So, yeah, I'm back with another video. I wanted to do, like, another video on another character's death, which, I'm gonna probably, like, change the title of both videos when Volume 9 comes out, because, like, by the time Volume 9 starts, I would imagine that most, if not, like, all, if not most people would have at least seen, like, Volume 8. So, I just say, like, spoiler character, his death for now, at least until like the trailer for Volume 9 or something comes out. So until then, the title of the video is going to stay the same. But without further ado, let's just talk about my thoughts on Penny's death. Let's just watch the actual scene and I'll just give my commentary on it. Like here, it's actually well directed in my opinion. It's pretty well directed. I mean, there are like a few weaknesses, but they're kind of nitpicks in my opinion. Like how Cinder immediately gets distracted by Weiss, even though she's focused on trying to get the maiden powers. Like, I would get it if she got her arm cut off, similar to how Winter cut off her arm last volume, and then she gets mad and starts attacking Weiss. I would have got it then. But other than that, this scene's actually well directed. Story-wise, though, like, there's a lot I would change with this finale, but I'll probably get on that either in a future video, or I might, just do, like, just write down all my notes somewhere, and then just, like, make a video saying I got my notes in such and such place, if you guys want to see of how I can improve it. But for now, let's just continue.
Hold on! My semblance!
No. There's not enough time to heal me.
Also, another flaw with the scene. How do you know there's not enough time to heal you? Like, John could heal pretty fast. Like, don't tell him to stop. But, you know what? Whatever. That's fine.
He can't get the staff
Another minor
and
nitpick,
the
I
power.
guess.
But there is something you can do.
Like, this scene's powerful and all, but once again, the flaw, like, how I would make this scene better is if, John and Penny, like, started kind of, like, I don't want to say forming, like, a romantic relationship, but at least a friendship, at the very least, like, kinship and, like, respect. Like, John could have seen Penny as, like, a second chance of, saving and protecting, like, a maiden, which, he could see as, like, trying to, avenge and protect Pyrrha in a way, but then Penny could, like, sort of get annoyed by it because she's hurt, like, Penny and not Pyrrha. And, like, throughout the volume, we would have, like, John start to see Penny as Penny. But in order to do that, we need to have, like, John go with Penny to try to get Amity Tower up.
The others are, but Weiss won't give us time.
Let me choose this one thing. Trust me.
Oh yeah, this also could have given us a good opportunity too for John to sort of start seeing things a little bit from Ozpin's perspective, because he was always against Ozpin before, and it was like, you didn't give Pyrrha a choice, even though Pyrrha, sure, you could make an argument that Pyrrha was kind of pressured into making a choice, but she still made a choice. So maybe you could start seeing things from, like, Penny's perspective a little bit, and it would have made this scene hit even harder. But for what it is, it's actually a pretty good scene, in my opinion, and well directed. And I like that heart-wrenching scream. Yeah, Penny dies here. There's a bunch of other things I could talk about that scene, but honestly, even though I like the idea of her death, I feel like it's just a bad idea to kill her off right after you made her a human. Because, like, you know what I would have done? Like, there's so much I would have done. Like, I would have had Penny go through the portal already. There's, like, so much I would have changed in this volume that could have made it better. But I don't want to go over all of it now. I want to go over it maybe in, like, a future video or something. But, basically, Penny goes through the portal closes behind her. She realizes that RWBY and the others are gone. Like, no Winter, no Team RWBY. I would also have Emerald stay behind and John would be with Ren because, John and Ren should be together to mask the whole group. But honestly, that doesn't matter right now. Like, let's just say her closest friends, which is Team RWBY, specifically Ruby Rose, Winter, and to some extent, I guess, Emerald, sort of. She'd probably care more about Ruby and Winter being gone, to be honest. Like, they would be gone and we get to see her reaction. Like, we could probably see her, like, very torn up, like, very heartbroken. With, like, I don't think Penny could have cried before. I mean, she could cry, she could try to cry, but I don't think Pietro gave her the ability to cry or, like, gave her, like, fluids that could come out of her eyes to simulate crying. So we could actually see her cry. We could even see her, like, like, I don't know the right word, but, like, scrunch up into, like, a ball. Not like into a literal ball, but you get what I'm trying to mean. Like, falls to her knees. She starts crying. She starts grasping at her chest because, when you're, like, sad and, like, distraught, anguish, when, your best friend... Like, imagine that your best friends just died. Alright? Just imagine that. Like, you would be very distraught. You'd be just destroyed inside. She would, like, start crying and all that. We see her grasp her chest. It would have been, like, a very, very powerful moment. It could have been a very powerful moment. And then, like, the sandstorm could have gone away and maybe was replaced by, like, snow or, like, a blizzard. Because, like, her maiden powers are, like, now on the loose. And then the Grimms show up. And then, like, Oscar or, like, Jean or someone. Like, once again, I said Jean before, and Penny sort of form a friendship. So maybe it should be John, like, in my rewrite. John, like, snaps her out of it, saying how like, everyone needs her help. She tries to put her emotions to the side, but we could still see her distraught. She summons as much, like, ice and stuff as she possibly can and starts fighting the last of the Grimm, and, like, that's where the scene cuts off. Like, similar to how the original scene went with Winter. Then again, in this rewrite, I would also have Winter, like, in my rewrite, I would have Winter get killed by Ironwood, and then Ironwood fight, Cinder and Neo, with him losing, Neo being sort of betrayed. Like, I feel like Neo should have, like, as soon as, like, Cinder was distracted, like, claiming her victory, and then, like, hearing Salem sort of, like, screech, call her, I feel like Neo should try to sneak up on Cinder and try to kill her. And, like, Cinder notices this, but before she could react on it, like, Ironwood shows up, and it's like a 1v1v1. Once again, Ironwood would die. Neo would, get, sent to the other place, and then Cinder would, just leave. I'd also not have Offerwatts die in the way he did this volume. Honestly, I could still see, like, some potential with him. But, once again, that doesn't really have to do with Penny's death. All I'm saying is, I don't support Penny's death. It's such wasted... She's such wasted potential. And honestly... Honestly, that kind of makes me both sad and mad that the writers kind of took the... I don't want to say the lazy way out, but, they just went with this instead. Like, it honestly feels like... They said they had this done for, like, since... last year, since before Volume 7 came out, but at the same time, I believe there was, like, a tweet where where one of the writers said they just finished it the day before the final episode was supposed to come out. But don't like at me on that. If I could find the original tweet or, like, the original article that I found it on, I'll put it in the comments or in the description below. But other than that, don't at me on that one. It's just, if they did, like, a second draft, or they went over it again and just, started throwing their, like, when they have all these ideas and then they just start, talking about it more and more, and, like, they might find, like, new idea. They could have found new ideas that would have been more interesting, or they could have, like, actually written, good foreshadowing for those ideas. Because right now, it's just, this volume started off okay. It started off good, in my opinion, but then it ended very poorly, in my opinion. Anyways, that's my little rant on Penny's death. And, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna probably do another video like this or another video sort of similar to this week, but I'll just put the, where I found this clip in the description below. So if you want to watch it yourself, or you can. Anyways, with that, I'm done. Thanks for watching.